Question. Kevin, how big is this to go on the road against this team? It's kind of give you some troubles and to do it late in the year.
No, it's good. You know, anytime you go on the road in the SEC and win, you got to be happy about it, and particularly in the West. So we weren't perfect, but I thought our guys played really hard, and you know, I'm happy for them.
How about without Zaytoven, how your defense stepped up in the second half, maybe particularly Daylon and some others?
Yeah, some other guys. I think, you know, it's a credit to our staff too, with the adjustments that we made at halftime to really try to contain the quarterback. You know, we're more of a coverage team in the first half. He got loose and converted some, you know, third downs on his own. I thought that, you know, our defense did a nice job in the second half of really creating more negative yardage plays, sacks. It forced the issue a little bit with the quarterback, and you know, that translated into really them not putting any points on the board in the second half and giving us a chance to win. So there were some adjustments by our coaches that that turned out to be great decisions, and our players executed.
Do you feel like some of the changes you made throughout the year are kind of rewarded tonight with the win against SEC team in November?
I don't know. I mean, all those things you do because you put them in place to help your program win. So, you know, I don't point to any one specific deal. I know things pay off life pays off on results, right? So we've done a lot of different things in the off season to help our football team win, not just in November, but all the time. But since that's been an issue, yeah, you look at, as I've said before, what goes good. You want to try to stay ahead of the curve on that, and what you're not doing very well, you want to improve that. And so, you know, results-wise, we'll see. You know, we got another game to play, but right now, for where we are, from a health standpoint and energy level of playing, you know, we've you know, our execution can be better. There's no doubt about that. But I think our energy level and our effort is fabulous right now. And to go on the road and do that, you know, as young guys get confidence from that. And you know, we had a lot of fans here. And I think that was a big deal too. You know, it was a lot of fans here on a road game, and so it was. You know, there was a lot of energy in that stadium for our guys, and we appreciate our fans traveling that way.
How big do you think Derek Tucker was tonight, and how much did he grow up?
I mean, he's been, I think, he's been that all year. You know, the big thing about Derek is, you know, you got to remember he missed all of fall camp. You know, he had a scope. I mean, he scoped his knee, so he didn't practice during all fall camp. And then, you know, we started easing him back. I don't know what week was that, 2 or 3, something like that. He started getting a lot more snaps. So, you know, he is. I think you may have asked the question earlier this year. You know, are these freshmen, or at the point a couple weeks ago, where they're not freshmen anymore? Well, you know, a guy like him, he was 5 weeks behind. You know, in playing, practicing, everything else. So he has continued to get better every week. Where, you know, a guy like, you know, Jamon Osborne or some of these other guys have been playing since the beginning of the year. So. Are a little bit more comfortable, but it's obvious that he was comfortable today. It looked like he had a different look in his eye just because of, you know, he had some teammates that he was playing against, ex-high school teammates. He had some guys that he'd been to all-star games with, you know, and so, you know, his comfort level on the field now is a lot different than it was even 4 weeks ago because of the limited amount of football and the limited amount of things he had done in fall camp.
And then specific to the pick six, how big of a moment was that?
It was great. I mean, it was a changing point in the game, obviously. You know, with the play that he made and then the score, really turned the game, right? So, you know, it created energy, it created a lot of things, and helped his confidence level and our defense's confidence level.
After that pick six offensively, did you guys kind of scale back on purpose just to take time off the clock, or was it something Ole Miss was doing to lead to the offense being a little bit different?
You mean in the fourth quarter? Yeah, the fourth quarter. Yeah, we took time off the clock. I mean, we were having some issues up front. Obviously, this is the first game that I mean, Eric's been great all year. I mean, I don't know how many snaps we had, bad snaps, and some other ones that Nick had to catch and balls all over the ground. So, you know, at that point, you know, we decided that I decided to run the clock, and you know, I don't know, we got the ball with 6 minutes to go, made them use all 3 of their timeouts and kicked the field goal with 2 minutes to go, and really that was the end of the game.
You know, how important is a win like this for these young guys moving forward for the rest of their careers?
Well, it's good. I mean, they've been here and won. They won at the Swamp. You know, this has been you know, this team's been, as I said, you know, these young guys have been coast to coast, you know, from Pasadena to Gainesville, and you know, guys in there have never been on a plane before, instead of, let alone, you know, 3.5-hour flights and 80,000 people yelling at them, and you know, a lot of things that you got to deal with during the week, with social media and opinions about, you know, our program or about me. I mean, these guys have really done a nice job of continuing to focus on what's important, and that's getting better, doing their job, and playing as hard as they can possibly play.
Tough to see Justin Dunning go down with everything he's gone through. Is there any status update on him?
No, I didn't. I looked at him at halftime. I just looked at him. I said, "You all right?" And he just nodded his head. I don't know what that means. So nobody's told me. I mean, we do all our evaluations, you know, in the next 24 hours or so. We'll know what's going on.
You know, given all the speculation about your future and what might happen to you at the end of the season, do you cherish a win like this or a performance like this tonight?
No, I mean, you come to win, you know, and win or lose, you know, that affects you because that's your job, you know, to win football games. So, you know, it's not like that just started last week. So you guys act every week like, there's this game, yeah, this started in the summertime. So, you know, all the games have been like that.
Wilkins had 24 rushing yards in the second half to Amu 51 passing yards, and they were both rolling through the first half. Can you get specific with what kind of adjustments?
No, I'm not. There'll be a replay. But it was the same thing with us offensively. The only time we got stopped offensively is if we had a bad snap or a penalty and got behind the chains, usually on first down. So both teams were going up and down the field in the first half. And both teams made adjustments at halftime defensively that created issues, you know, for both offenses. So it was a little bit different for us, you know, with a young quarterback that, you know, we didn't have to put the ball in his hands to win the game, being ahead. And so that was the thought process behind that.
All right, Coach. Thanks.
All right.